Have you ever been told that you're too hard to understand, you're not looking at me when I'm talking to you, you're too much too hard to understand, too much to handle, you're too much of a hard work just to work around with you or talk to you in a way that I can address to you all these matters and more? You're not alone, however, you guys. I have been told this so many times before in my day and age. Yes, I may be hard to understand to some people despite it all. This is just me, the real deal here. I know for a fact that despite it all that I have been trying my very darn hardest to focus on what I have to do for myself. I'm not out here to please others, as I said in one of my videos. I'm here just to do what I have to do on this earth, to do what I have to do. To pretty much get on with my life, so to speak. I may be hard to understand for some of you readers and followers, viewers and the like, pretty much, yet are you willing to know me before you judge me? Statement. Are you willing enough to give up your time just to get to know me, or just to have a decent conversation with me, even though now I am learning now that I am starting to make the eye contact that you guys are asking for. I know it's hard work for some, but for me it is hard to work, and it can be so tiring, as I said in one of my videos, based on socializing with you lot, and that to a point that you may think I'm being rude and abrupt, that I have to just walk my own way to another place to just, you know, rewind, relax and reflect on what may have happened if it was so overwhelming for me to a point that I need to know what I'm going for. I have also noticed when I've been talking to some people in my social circle today that people have been basically talked me down or trying to talk to their level or whatever the case may be. I may look or act stupid to some, but hey, on all fairness and awareness here, I'm trying to ask you for this respect that can you just talk to me to your guys' level. I may not understand, even though I will sit and listen to you, or to talk to me regardless what it is. If you have a problem of a day here, say, or you just want some form of advice or a heads up of what you want to do, but don't talk me down like as if I'm a 5-year-old, because at the end of the day, who are you to prove or kid here that, you know, that you're trying to be bigger and mightier? We should be all on the same level of understanding path here to meet into the middle and hopefully connect in a way that we can for some reason or no reason at all, depending on us. I feel that people just can't be bothered, or so we say, have the empathy, compassion, understanding. Yet that's now been and gone of the empathy and the, you know, respect factor, obviously, as I've said before, about giving me that respect, and I'll give it back to you. As I said in one of my videos, if you've been following, I am loyal to the key. I'll stick by you through thick and thin, and when I know enough is enough, if I've had enough, I'll probably basically leave you guys to it, to your own accord. But at the end of the day, you know, if you give me that same respect that I'm asking for, then, you know, I'm sure we'll get on well. I do struggle, however, what I have on my mind, what I want to talk about sometimes of certain everyday topics. Yes, that's a struggle. Like everything else is a struggle for me, but I am believing in myself right now that despite my struggles, they will become my strengths, as well as these weaknesses that comes about me. But with all these struggles that I have of, you know, communicating to people face to face, eye to eye contact that you guys are asking for, be it basically trying to socialize with you, be it of an activity or a social outing of a party or what have you, you got to give me the, you know, satisfaction and also approval or what have you from you lot that I am doing something right, because at the end of the day, we should be supporting one another, aren't we? No matter what we go through in our lives, we should be there for others that are in our circle. I've learned basically also in that circle that some people are just for the ride and not for staying in that circle, basically just to, you know, want to be out there and having fun, kicking it out, you know, and stuff, and not wanting to actually stick by certain people that has their downtimes. Even though many a times now, many people have been saying to me that I've had so many downtimes, when is it that you're going to have all your good times, Kerrin? I know my life is a journey. My journey is different to your lot, but at the end of the day, who is to judge what is going to happen in my life? Because I'm just preparing for the now, and hopefully what I'm preparing for the now is in the present will determine the outcome of the future of what is to come of me, sort of thing. I am not knowing, but I'm just taking that step of action, of taking the step of the unknown, knowing hopefully that sooner or later I'll be hopefully overcoming all these battles that I have in me. Sometimes, however, I can be fun hard to understand sometimes, because some people may think I talk so fast. Well, that is it. The reason being is, as I'll say this again, even though many people think this is an excuse or just a lie, no, it's no lies. I'm bringing out knowledge and know-how, as well as also just giving you the heads up of what my life is about. As I said, taking you all on my journey of my AS and all these other predispositions of my conditions that has come about, so to speak. When my mind races, as I said before, my mind is wired differently to you lots, be it, to a core that sometimes that my neural connections ain't always there. Sometimes I might have a mind blank here and there. Many people will tend to get impatient. However, when I have something to say that maybe is of importance to get off my chest of that day, if I had a bad day and I want to speak to someone, don't laugh it off at me or what have you. I'm here for a reason, basically to just share what's on my mind and heart, as well as maybe you guys too, since we're all here for a reason and what have you. Sometimes, so when it comes down to my mind racing, I'm trying to remember to engage my mind before the mouth, so that for my meaning there is think before I speak, but sometimes I say it before I realise it's just been and gone, and then somehow I tend to forget what I was saying. I know I may go off for the tangent of some of my passions subjects, be it, like I said, in maybe my introductory video, if it's still up there, that I love to talk about science, be it the mental health science or just any form of sciences and all, basically. I do have get so excited in certain topics that really I'm passionate about, even though I tend to forget if I'm in a group of people that I'm socialising with, that pretty much that, now and again I am trying to, my done hard is now to let other people converse with me, sort of thing. I am getting better, even though some people say I'm still struggling with this. Yes, I may be, but you don't need to slam me down if I do have something to say, because obviously, who are you to say that if you slam me down in a later life, that if you were struggling and then you didn't tend to let me open up for my opinion, even though you guys asked for my opinions and stuff, and then all of a sudden, hello, you're struggling. And then you'll probably think, oh, what did Kerrin say about this? You may want to look at it in my eyes. I'm trying to look at it in the eyes of all you guys that are different, be it NTs, be it Aspies, be it people with ADHD, be it with whoever that I socialise with, because every day I've socialised with different people with different needs, and I've learned that as I've grown up with different people, obviously you can conquer more than anything before. When I talk to others with no eye contact, however, when people saying that I'm not making eye contact, I am still listening, I'm still paying attention, I'm still absorbing the information that you guys are saying. But at the end of the day, you got to realise that, that's how I work, so to speak, and that I am engaging and I am listening. However, as I said in my introduction of the book, pretty much that there's a lacking of understanding, knowledge and awareness of this condition and more. That's why hence I'm pretty much bringing it out there, trying to lay it out there for you lot, just to gain a better understanding of how I work, because every person who's an SB and other conditions with it pretty much is different how they work. So if you pretty much bump into someone different from me being an SB, thinking, okay, that they're working something different, why can't she do the same? Everyone works to a different accord on how they work. I know for a fact that I'm one of them, and sometimes some people may think I'm just going the wrong way. If so, that's fine. I'm open to trying new things and try and make sure that I am making the right choices based on what I'm doing. I know sometimes the choices I've made in the past pretty much has affected some people in my social circle, as well as my family members, even though they're still trying to understand where I'm at this point of time of what I'm doing. Sometimes they, it cause so many heartaches, disagreements and more to people around. As I also said before, also acceptance is the key, basically, as well as communication. Communication. I can't stress that enough. I read real deeply into some situations. I may read through the lines of some situations or what has been said to me some people may think that that's stupid of me doing so, but that's how I roll, how I work. Many people may think that just because I'm doing this, that there's nothing there of what they're saying. What they're saying is what they're saying, so to speak. You know, they're being real out there for me. Yeah, that's fine. Some people have joked about with me so many times before in the past, in my social circle, as well as in some past relationships, that they're saying that they're joking and kidding around with me. But sometimes some of the things that they say, they need to realise that I bring out to you. I may not get the joke, or I may do get the joke, but some of it's jokes ain't jokes at all. Some of it sounds a bit hurtful, and I know I'm trying my darn hardest to actually swipe it under the carpet and keep going, but sometimes if it reoccurs, I tend to think, well, why is it reoccurring, and what can I do to actually change that? But sometimes if the need arises, I'll just have to cut people out the door, you know, so to speak. Sometimes with certain situations that may arise, however, even reading it through the black and white lines or whatever of what's going on, I pretty much sit down and self-evaluate the situation. I know some people may think that's crazy of me to do this, but I've learned in this day and age, sometimes when a situation occurs or arises in this day and age, we should be able to at least try and find ways to solve it if we can, be it if we need to erase it, be it if we need to eradicate it, be it if we need to, need to just get rid of it, or that person in that circle that may have given us grief time and time again. But as I said, I'm trying my hardest not to give so many people so many chances. Yes, we all do have our everyday struggles. Yet what we do is up to us and starts with us based on our everyday decisions. As I said before, every day starts with us, and it will end with us based on our decisions, good or bad, how it will affect us, and the now will reflect us now in the future as well. However, I am believing that I am coming out of my shell, even though I have been too trustworthy on myself, trying to lean on certain people that has been in my social circle, thinking that they're all my friends, even though now I have limited friends, you know, smaller circle now, be it wherever it may be, you know, be it on the social network of Facebook. There's a group that I feel that I am at ease with, but then again, I'm trying my hardest to actually reach out to others out there in the community that I'm with at the moment, or reach out to my family if need be, sort of thing, of whatever may happen, you know, of what's going on. Even though I keep to myself, I'm stubborn, I tend to pretty much think I can do anything in my own accord. I try to gain my self-independence despite what's been going down and out with me. I believe that, you know, I'm coming out of my shell more, and that many people may not like what they see when I do come out of my shell, because even though I don't get given the chance to pretty much prove who I am and what I am, even though, as I said before, I'm not here to please anybody, you know, this is who I am in the flesh, you know, trying to be the real deal of me. And if people can't still understand me, then hey, that's fine, you know, unless they gave it their all, and if they did end up walking out of my circle, then so be it, you know. However, many people have noticed when I first started out or getting to know me, I come out as a shy or socially awkward kind of person. Sometimes I may, to the point of no return, as I've noticed, that I tend to basically take on everything, be it if someone's abusing me constantly or name calling me, labeling me, certain things are too hard to understand, and all that guff that I said just in the brief before. But at the end of the day, though, however, you know, what we go through will determine the future. And I noticed that with me, basically, you know, I will admit, while I'm coming out of my shell, it's a slow and steady progress, and it's a slow season of change. I believe that every season is going on at the moment is a season of change, no matter what it is, be it our personal growth, be it our personal spiritual growth, if it is, or be it our physical, you know, being wanting strong, whatever it may be. As I mentioned, that with my past experiences, however, I got played a big part, and how I play the part in this, basically, in my life. I had to relearn and rewire everything that I learnt. Some things that many people say in my sub-skill sets, it's not really good, Karen. Basically, you know, you shouldn't be doing this, relearning, rewiring what you learnt and whatnot. But if I have these values and morals instilled in me, many people will laugh at me thinking, oh, this is not there anymore, you know. I'm thinking, hello, that's not right. The values and morals are still there, but it's just the people out there that's just being arrogant and just thinking that, you know, just because someone is different like me, it just goes the merry way doing the other thing. Sometimes, however, I've learned now to take away the negative thinking and turn it into a positive. That can be my motivator. The negativities and the labeling and everything I get put on me, I am taking it as an advantage and a positive, and hopefully creating a ripple effect that, despite it all, that I believe that I can be someone that will be in good use for someone in their circle, maybe if they want someone to talk to, sort of thing, or whatever. Okay, while I'm usually in my shell, however, I find comfort to pen and paper or computer to screen, because I know that the computer to screen or pen and paper doesn't answer me back. Even though I feel that sometimes when I am obliged to try and speak, sometimes I feel that some people would just slam me shut and just laugh at me and think that I'm stupid, crazy, or whatever labels up there that tends to come up my way. But at the end of the day, I believe that no matter what, that people need to just buckle up and listen to what I have to say, and hopefully maybe at the end of the day they'll actually see me for who I really am. Yes, I take in some, yet I chose to have an open mind to certain situations that I go through and arise, regardless of what may come my way. I will actually accept it. As I said many times before, my mind goes ahead of me and doesn't allow me to think on others or engage with others, however, or let them talk. Okay, as I said, also, I may talk so fast. You know, some of us New Zealanders are bad for this, however, as well. New Zealand Kiwis, you know, be it wherever we are, from people near and far, you might realise that some of us do talk fast. I may get off topic for some people, and I notice that some of them may get bored with me, you know, impatient, angry, and other mix of feelings and emotions, pretty much. If only people can read minds to save ourselves from humiliation, embarrassment, and whatever. I feel that this is true, but then again, if we read into each other's minds, it could be a scary thought too, basically. But then again, as I said in one of my mini rants, I think, is if honesty was there, communication was there, you know, what is there to come, you know? Sometimes, yes, I do freeze up, however, and I'm silent. I do have my meltdown, shutdown stages, as well as what I mentioned in those meltdown and shutdown series. Sometimes it's due to the fear, maybe, fear of the unknown, fear of what happened to me in my past experiences of how I was treated. You know, certain, especially in my social circle, with some guys may tend to laugh at me and joke with me, and pretty much some of them, I'll admit, had made me at ease, you know, trying to look at the funny side of life, or whatever it may be. Then other times there are some other guys that's in my social circle that needs to realise that some of it does hurt, but then again, I'm not going to go there, sort of thing. Sometimes, yes, I've been trying to block out the thought pattern. What will they think of me? How am I going to be treated, basically, if I'm going to be someone different, basically, regardless of how I may be. Despite how much of the thought patterns that keeps like going on and on in my mind, of the questions of the what ifs, maybes, you know, of all people needing to change me or not to suit them, pretty much does make me question. Despite the thought patterns that I have of the everyday questions that many people may have of how I'm going to change, or do I need to change? How are they going to accept me? Are they going to accept me for me? You know, am I a freak? Am I a little so-and-so that just doesn't get her way? You know, all these label mentalities and more. As I said, I have been trying to remove it off and throw it over my shoulders, pretty much. Yes, I sometimes put my feelings and emotions on overdrive, and sometimes then I question myself, why did I do this in the first place, despite these thought balances as well. Sometimes that many people may think that, you know, girls shouldn't be going too emotional, as I've been labelled the too emotional one, but as I said in one of my videos, that I can't be helped being the emotional one, because I'm actually, when I'm emotional, I know deep down in my heart there's something going on, be it whatever, and then if it's someone that's involved in my social circle that I need to share it with, and then that involves them, sometimes they might laugh it off and think that I'm just kidding and whatever else it may be. But then at the end of the day, who am I to judge? Because, you know, we should love each other, but then again, there's some people that I do realise that's needs to be left alone, so to speak. And then I asked myself also, while I put my feelings and emotions in overdrive, why did I put myself in this situation in the first place? Why put myself in this predicament? Why, oh why, oh why? You know, all these whys. How am I feeling now? Do I feel any better? Do I feel any worse from when I first started having my mind on the overdrive, or my feelings and emotions on overdrive? Sometimes many people may think it's really funny seeing how I work and stuff, but then again, you know, as I said before, that's up to them how they want it. People may notice that sometimes when they come across me, I may sound like a little kid, or I have a facial feature of a kid. Despite that, yes, okay, that's part of a MASB trait. That basically that, yeah, okay, I may look young, you know, on the flesh, but that doesn't matter because how I feel right now, I do feel young and whatnot. Yet again, I'll reinstate this, despite me looking like a child or sounding like a child to you lot, bear with me, you know, do not talk me down. I hate it when people talk me down. I am a human. I still make mistakes. I still have the same feelings and emotions. I've got bones. I've got skeleton frame. I've got basically muscles. I've got everything that you guys got. If I don't understand you pretty much on what you may be saying to me, however, I will tell you, even though sometimes when I do ask for confirmation or approval from you lot, sometimes it feels really hard because many people think, oh, I don't need confirmation from what has been said, because at the end of the day, I'm the type of girl that if I do struggle with some parts of the conversation, I do try and reevaluate what's been said and actually replay it back to you. I know it may sound stupid, but that's how I roll, basically, and if that need arises, I will do it, because I've learned some communication factors. You do need confirmation and approval of nodding your head, you know, showing that you're paying attention and whatever else it may be. But then again, you know, many people think that it's too stupid. Having a high IQ level, however, intelligent level, I'll say, ain't all that. However, it can hold you down and back. I've learned this pretty much basically, you know, when I've been in school, high school, shall we say, and that sometimes there has been times with certain opportunities that I felt that arose in my life in high school that I will go for it, thinking I'll follow my dreams, hearts and passions and stuff, be it like some things that I've missed in my past life. But I'm hoping that sometime sooner or later I can have those opportunities risen again and take it back. In terms of speaking fast, however, I've been asked about being a stand-up commentator or a comedian, but then again, if I talk too fast and stuff, even so, you know, I don't feel it should be, you know. No. Also, when I talk to you, I do try to be open and honest and real about what I'm thinking and saying at that given moment of time. Sometimes, you know, as I said in one of my videos of validation, sometimes I feel that I have to share everything that's there then on my mind, even though if people may think that Kerrin's crazy, she's sharing me all this, why is she sharing all me this, where she can do it all on her own. I feel it's all about teamwork. We should be able to, you know, communicate with one another no matter what, and I just feel that with the need arising, you know, if you're lucky enough that I ran to you, that basically that it's going to be there for you, you know. Don't be rude and patient with me when I have my communication breakdown areas, because that's something I'm still trying to work on with my pausing moments, and you know, many people may want me to try and make a quick hasty decision, be it whatever it may be of that every day, be it if it's something that we want to do together, be it like if you guys are here, say for example, wanted to be to socialise with you, going out to a beach party, but as I'm hopefully going to mention, if I haven't done the video series about, you know, socialising with an Aspie or dating an Aspie, that first and foremost, do not force the issue. If I say no, I mean no. If I say I don't know, it means it could be a yes or a no, but I'm still swaying on it, but to a point that, you know, I really don't know. Sometimes if I don't know when I give that word, I don't know out to you. I sometimes want to research and do what I can, when I can, on my homework, where we're going, what time we're going to leave, you know, what do I need to bring, and the list goes on, which hopefully more in the piece about the advice to give you all when dating an Aspie or socializing an Aspie, which hopefully will give you a heads up, hopefully, and work on the differences between you and I. Don't get impatient or angry, however, when you ask for my opinion. It may not be the right opinion at that given moment of time, however, of what I'm sharing with you. Sometimes in the opinions, I do try to recollaborate and, rewind and stuff in my mind and replay it in my back of my mind, also like a little jigsaw fitting in the pieces, or shall we say, like a film strip, as I said so many times before, that I have to play it back in my mind and actually think on how I'm going to address it to you on what you want. Don't get mad at me when you wanted my opinion. Take that opinion on your mind, hands, or whatever the case may be, and maybe go your merry way and think about it, and then maybe try and see if that way I gave you of that advice did work. You never know. Even though 2 heads are better than 1, I've learnt basically when you're struggling or having some sort of experience level that you need to basically know what's what. That's what I've learnt in this day and age. Because you've got my side of it, then it's, like I said, the choice is yours. It's up to you what you do with it, accept it or reject it. Despite my struggles like everyone else, however, I'm too determined to get somewhere out of my life without the support that I have or haven't got. I noticed that in my everyday circle that many people come and go. As I said in my video, that we are here for a reason. There will be certain times in our lives in social circle that people will come and go for a season or reason at a time. And someone once said to me that maybe some people that comes running back to you wants you for something, that wanting something out of you, whatever it may be. But then again, everyone's different, but I don't know how it is. But I've learned that despite the seasons of change, that many people will be like petals flowing off the flowers and go elsewhere. I am here not to create a popularity contest. I'm not here to basically think. I know some people may think it's cool and hip to be hip, or hip to be cool, or it's cool to be popular and have friends. But I've learned that if you think that you have so many friends and that's social circle, as I said in my series of Know Your Circle, there are 3 parts basically. One of them clearly states that sometimes we need to watch our back to see who's the real deal in our circle, to know who's there to support us in the long haul. Sometimes, as they say, action speaks louder than their words to speak the actions. But sometimes, and again, it depends on the person and individual, I guess. Also, I'm trying to live my life how I'm trying to live it. I'm not here to please anyone, even though many people may knock me down for success they have in the past and the now. Basically, I'm still alive and kicking, which I'm grateful for. I'm trying to stand up to be different, trying not to let anyone dictate to me how I should dress, how I think, act, speak. If you don't like how I speak or talk, or even like I've noticed when I've been talking to people via, typing on the computer, on Skype, Facebook, that some of them are, she's reading too long again. I can't be asked reading all that. That's fine. Basically, this is just me. I know I feel that sometimes I get off key when it comes down to talking, but as I said, sometimes I just want to get it out there. I sometimes may have to repeat what I say, yet change the wording for you all to understand me, even if I do get a bit too technical, as some people say, that sometimes that if I am in the technicality world, or basically being the technical one, then so be it. But then again, I've learned also that I am doing what I can for me, and that no matter what, hopefully people can accept that, This can get annoying for some people as well as for myself, but more importantly, I don't give up or give in, regardless. I've also learned that and been told it doesn't matter what we say, it's just how we interpret things in our life, be it, like I said before, that I read through the lines or I read black and white. Some people may not mean what they say or say what they mean. Sometimes it just confuzzles me to the point of no return, that it's like, well, why did you say that and you're doing this? Or you said this, but you're doing this. Help me out here. What on earth are you doing? And many people may say the same thing with me. I say something and then I may not do it, but sometimes I'm trying to force myself to say what I mean and do what I mean at the very same time. Sometimes many people may think that I'm so crazy that I might not be able to. Hey, That's fine. Everyone is entitled to say that to me. Like I said, I'm trying to be open and everything. But I've learned also though, however, I'm not going to change myself for others around me, be it how I speak, how I think, and that. There will be, like I said before, a season of change for me in the spiritual, physical, or whatever. But everybody goes in that growth slowly or faster than others, or certain growth, but whatever it may be, spiritual, physical, whatever. But then again, I believe that, you know, why should I change for others to suit others, you know? Yes, I know I have certain things to still work on those struggles. As I said before, these struggles will become my strengths, hopefully, as well as, or shall we say, we'll take out the word struggles, we'll make it, call it weaknesses, turn these weaknesses into my strengths. Because at the end of the day, I know that without these, you know, we won't be there. You know, love me or hate me, this is who I am. You know, accept me or reject me. My other problem isn't so much about communication. My feelings is just recognizing them in the first place. Sometimes some of my feelings, I don't even know how I feel on that day, be it sometimes I'll really freeze up, and sometimes if I had some news of I've lost a job, or here's the example, another one would be if I lost someone in my social circle, be it a close friend or family member that passed on, sometimes I've noticed that, well, for myself anyway, I try to tough it out and not show my emotions, like be it so watery-eyed, letting these tears flow down my cheeks sort of thing. And then now, you know, I'm trying to learn now sometimes when that happens, you know, I need to let go, basically, even though people are telling me you need to let go, sometimes caring because it's not healthy, and I'm learning that now, regardless that, yes, all my frustrations do build up, all my mixed feelings and emotions, trying to explain how I feel at that given moment of time can be really daunting for me to share. But luckily now I'm standing here right now to you all, sharing you my life journey and experiences with AS and my other condition, to give you a heads up, as I said, to let you know what it's like, you know. I may misinterpret a situation, right? Or I make sure there's no arguments or disagreements. Okay, my feelings are there, yet analysis in front of mind, not quite as yes. I do tend to overanalyze on certain situations, be it if it is wrong at that time. Yes, some people don't bother talking to me, be it whatever it may be when I do this, but that's fine, that's their choice, as I said. But sometimes at the end of the day, I've noticed that this world is a competitive world. Basically, you gotta try to compete to have a good job, good car, good girl, a beautiful, sexy girlfriend, or whatever the case we want to chase, you know, of all these things. But more than that, take later on my thoughts of that sort of thing. Sometimes when this happens, when I overanalyze, or and a disagreement arose between me and someone in that social circle, they'll try and twist it back, thinking I'm the problem. They won't think and see maybe in that environment, where we're in that environment, for starters, how I look at it, how I'll solve this is, if a disagreement arose, first and foremost was, who was involved? Where was I at the time then it arose? Can I change my way of thinking? If so, what do I need to change with that way of thinking? And if that person was involved also, were they partly to blame? Can we fix it? You know, can we make a not a negotiation, what's the word I'm looking for? Can we compromise on something, or can we sacrifice something for something else? If it was something really small, I don't know. But then some people may think, you know, sweep it under the carpet, forget about it. But sometimes when that occurs again and again, be it certain disagreements, I've noticed in my circle that many people may think I'm crazy about it, but hey, that's all right. I'm sick and tired of, as I said, I don't know if it's on my channel, I put the word blame game, but I'll do more on that on the tape later. The issue sometimes comes from us Aspies when seeing more topics and issues are relevant with those who interpret what we are saying. Sometimes, however, they'll pick on which is important to them and will get angry and impatient. Some people may think with me, however, that can go with me as well. When I sit down and talk to you, I may just pick out some information and then, think, but that's fine. I might do that to a point, but then again, I believe that no matter what, I may be like that, but then again, as I said, if you can work with me and I'll work with you based on our differences, we should get on fine. I get asked this also, however, which maybe in the one of what not to say to an ASP, what is your point? Get to the point. Stick to short and sweet. Sometimes I can't help it going off on a tangent, but then again, I'm now trying to learn to go short and sweet. Even though sometimes with my short and sweet episodes, it doesn't always work because, yeah, like I said before, picking out certain information to point and then all of a sudden, hello, what am I to do? It's like, freak out thinking, okay, breathe, Kerrin. But then again, it's like, what the hell was that? Or why the hell did I say that in the first place? This is not what I meant. Like, more on that take later about my next part 2 on misunderstandings and miscommunication. No, I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean to do that sort of topic. To be real and honest with you guys, more information doesn't always mean more meaning, however. But I've learned also that sometimes with the short meaning and short stuff of the yes and no's that people will force out of me now and again, because many people think I struggle with it. Yeah, okay, I do struggle with it, I'll agree. But I don't like being put on the spot to make decisions there and then. Sometimes some decisions may require me to at least have a time to think. Many people think that it's all fine and dandy just to run around making decisions. They're on the spot. But then again, I'm the kind of girl that wants time out, then think on the yes or no or that question and then get back to you, and then hopefully maybe look at the repercussions and what might to come for me of all this. But that's more later in the piece of dating an ASP or when socializing with an ASP, tips and advice on you lot. But in the next video over to be continued on the topic of misunderstanding and miscommunication, as I said before, is basically part 2. No, I didn't mean what I said, not mean what I say, so therefore be with me. This is going to be another part to this. So, and all further ado, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, guys. Basically, you know the drill. My contact details are below in the description. If you want to private message me on Facebook, sort of thing, on my AspieAnswersAll, but be polite about it. As I started that page for a reason, to hopefully be a friendly user kind of setting that no one would be judged based on differences, sort of thing. Even if people are struggling, I'm not here to judge, I'm here to support. So be you, be real, be true, love yourself, sort of thing, and I'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching.